Hey, good morning, everybody. Tiger Tall Tree Perspective. How's everybody doing this morning? Real quick, I just want to make this video. Somebody asked me the other day, it was like, yo, T, when you going live again? I'm about to start going live as soon as I finish this damn house. That's number one. But one of the reasons I haven't been going live is my strikes, and I lost multiple pages, and I'm trying to figure this out. So, if y'all can help me, if you go to my bio, you'll see one of my other pages up there and everything. And if y'all go there and just subscribe there, and it's usually at the tube that you people usually check out, go check that out. It's Tiger Tall Tree 22, and subscribe and everything to that channel. That's my backup. I've been having it originally, and in case I get flagged again or kicked off, at least everybody know where I'm at and you won't have to find me again. That's number one. All right, I'm trying to do my backups. I got other backups and all kinds of things going on, all right? The reason why I'm making today's video is lately we've been hearing a lot of arguments about this Obamacare, the medical system and health insurance and all that. In my perspective, this is Tiger Tall Tree Perspective, and it's for entertainment, educational purposes only. What I see is happening is, let's back up. If you've noticed over the last 30, 40 years, I'm 54, that you really don't see hospitals no more. That's number one. What is a hospital? If you notice when you walk in a lot of these doctors' offices now, a lot of y'all don't even know what the Hippocratic Oath is. And a lot of these doctors don't take that no more. So we don't really have hospitals no more. I'll give you an example. For everybody that lives out here in Charlotte, that hospital used to be called Presbyterian Hospital. It's not called Presbyterian Hospital no more. It's called a medical center. Everything's medical centers. The terminology hospital is not there because they're not hospitals. They're not there to help you. And most hospitals, what they used to do was, I believe it was a certain percentage. I don't want to say the exact percentage because I don't want to get it wrong and say I'm lying to y'all. But let's just say 40% of all hospitals used to donate everything to the people for free. If you were sick or something was wrong with you and you didn't have no money, you could go to the hospital and they wouldn't even care. Just come on in. Most doctors, it was I don't want to say it was law, but it was customary for most doctors to donate most of their time or some of their time or a lot of their time and their expertise to helping people that didn't have. That's when America was great again. I keep bringing these things up because that's what we're going to have to go back to now that the U.S. corporation is over. A lot of things that's been happening to us for the since 1913, a little bit before the Reconstruction and all that stuff I've been telling you about, we've been getting ripped off ever since the U.S. corporation came in and simultaneously double-lapped the United States. And because all of that stuff is being ended, we have to go back to the old ways or the way things were original. So a lot of people call it the old ways or went back then. It's not. No, what it is original. We're going back to originality. And originality is, it's not the government's position to pay for everything for us. That's not it. Because for the government to pay it, we have to give the money to the government. And that's how these politicians been ripping us off. So slowly what President Trump and his administration is doing, and I can see what he's trying to do when he brings everything back to originality, where we, the people, help each other. That's how it's supposed to be, not the corporations. Because the corporations just ripping you off. You go to these hospitals now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I might get a strike what I'm about to say. But CMC Hospital is one of the worst hospitals in Charlotte, what they did to my wife. What a lot of these, medical centers do to people when it seems like the finances or your illness and they don't know what they're doing. I told you, my wife had something. That's her right there. She had something known as calciphylactis. And them damn doctors over at CMC Medical Center, because they couldn't figure it out, they kept kicking her ass out. They didn't help her. They didn't help her at all. That's why I had to go to Concord. And if it wasn't for this one lady who was driving the ambulance, because even the ambulance system is made where they won't take you where you want to go. It just so happened that the night that they took her to Concord, the lady in the ambulance didn't have no other place to go. So she was like, yeah, we could take her there. And that's how she got help, but it was too late then. You understand? We need to go back to hospitals. where these doctors take the oath to help you, not to work for a company. Notice that when you go to a hospital, go see a doctor now, they'll come see you, then they'll leave, and then they got to go to have a meeting somewhere. Yeah, they got to go have a meeting. Because there's one doctor like, I don't know how much that's going to cost sufficient. Remember they said they're going to have these D panels, or these death panels as they call? Because you got a bunch of people in there ruling and everything. I'm going to give you a story real quick about how these hospitals work and these death panels, the things we need to go by. When they found out my wife was sick, she was pregnant with my youngest daughter. That hospital, those doctors came in there, and I'm talking about they tried their best to get my wife to terminate the pregnancy of my youngest daughter. And she wouldn't do it. You see how these medical center people walk in there, they surround the bed, and they hey, this is what we need to do. This is where I'm telling you, the nuclear family, you ever walk in I know I'm all over the place, but this is the medical system. I've been through it. As a husband, with my wife, you ever walk in a hospital, fellas, and you're not married to the woman who's having your child, and they tell you to get out because you're not married? There's so much thing that go to when it comes to your health and when you walk in those hospitals. You ever try to walk in those hospitals? I went in the hospital one time, and the day I supposedly had a procedure was a holiday weekend, and all the doctors left, and they didn't bring me my lab reports back to see what the procedure was going to be. So they was going to make me wait in the hospital from Friday to Monday. And they would not let me out that damn hospital. And the hospital I'm talking about is the new Presbyterian Hospital. The nurses had to sneak me out of there. You understand? Because they're not hospitals no more. So we need to revamp this medical system. We need to get these insurance companies out of our business. What Trump is doing is really right. I'm telling you, the medical system is crap. Okay? So everything that we've seen going on with the medical system needs to happen. All right? So when he's trying to get the insurance company out of there and they talking about the Obamacare that he lied, oh, you can keep the doctor that you want. We couldn't keep the doctor that we had for her. F Obama, lying bastard. That dude lied. You can keep your doctor, every doctor you want. She couldn't keep a damn doctor. He lied. He's full of shit. I don't like Obama. I don't like Obamacare. This is what Obamacare is. Say you don't eat hamburgers. You don't eat meat. You're a vegan, right? Straight vegetarian. But Obama said you have to buy a hamburger every Friday, and if you don't, we're going to charge you $30. Right? But if you do buy the hamburger is $50. And you have to buy a $50 hamburger every Friday, even though you're a vegan. If not, you're getting penalized $20. Most people just pay the $20. I don't eat meat. Right? That's Obamacare. Do y'all understand? Get rid of that crap. That dude was a liar. This is what these people do. They just like the Patriot Act. Was anything about the patriotic? No, they lied. They used words to distort you. Obamacare. As if they're going to care to you. He lied about every damn thing. I don't want Obamacare. I don't care about that. Okay? Trump revamped the medical system. They're getting mad at what Kennedy's doing. You see how they're already in California? Now, I always have a problem with Cali. I'm going to keep it real. The politicians in Cali always turn me like, Pelosi and all of them. But one thing about California, they don't play with the stuff they put in their food and everything. If you ever buy something and you read the thing, it always said, if you live in California, this thing could give you cancer. And it's illegal in Cali. Cali don't play that stuff when it comes to the food and all them things, that cancer and all those parabens. California don't play with that. So now California, the first one to sue all these food companies that's been intentionally making food that's not good for you. That's where we at right now. There's a rapper named Bizzle. I'm plagiarizing the brother right now. And he had a verse in one of his songs where he was like, if he was to take all the bad food in the world and put it in a pile and set it on fire, they'll tell you, oh, look what he's doing. He's getting rid of your food, and you'll be mad at him. Meanwhile, he's getting rid of all the GMO, all that negative stuff you ain't supposed to eat, all the aspartame, all the stuff that's in your food, he's getting rid of. But you'll be mad at him for getting rid of it. That's where we at right now. Everybody's mad at Trump for getting rid of all the bad things that we have. America's coming back. And what's really going to happen is all y'all going to have to go back to work. Y'all going to have to do for yourself. You're going to have to grow up. You're going to have to be men. You're going to have to be able, you're going to have to stand up to these doctors. You're going to have to stand up. But in order to do that, you're going to have to know what you're standing up for. You understand? And that's the stage we at right now. Get rid of Obamacare. Get rid of these insurance companies. Everybody needs to take a stand and start being men and women and take responsibility of their own life. Right now, they say the only thing you need to survive is food, clothing, and shelter. The two biggest things that are hard for people to pay for right now is shelter and food and health, not even clothing. Shelter costs a lot, food costs a lot. Health is right behind it. These are the three things that he's tackling if you notice it. And he's tackling in a way that's going to benefit us. Okay? Anyway, y'all, please go to my bio. Please sign up for my other pages. I'm going to start doing all of that soon. I'm Tiger Torture. Until next time, if it's the next time, get rid of Obamacare.